Good morning, everybody. Crafting Journey here, That Journey Chick on Instagram. It's Saturday. Why did I do that? I don't know. Still snow everywhere. It's melting slowly, but it hasn't got there quite yet. So it is Saturday, February 20th, 2020. There's not going to be any judge, jury, and journey today because yesterday there was no trial. As we all well know, the judge was getting surgery. So yesterday, I worked on Alice in the Bottle quite a bit. Fridays, I like to diamond paint. So anyway, here's what I did, and I hope it comes across on camera, but I finished these two butterflies here. But what I did was I added this jelly AB. Let me see if I can get this up close so you can, or closer. So at the bottom of those butterflies is a little jelly AB. Instead of a light blue, it's a, and then, you know, I had already put the sparklers there. So there's just this little jelly AB at the bottom of there. And then I kind of got down into Alice. And in her eyes, I put those same jelly ABs. And I think it worked out really cute. So that is my progress on Alice in a Bottle. I think I'm done adding ABs here. So now I'm just kind of filling in some spots from yesterday that I missed. The beauty of these sheets is you could just pick them up and lay them back down. I love these things. Thank you, Narita, for sending them to me. So I can just kind of cover up where I've already, no, that's not going to stick. There's too many drills already done. So I wanted to show you guys what I got yesterday in the mail. Now there were several to choose from, but I don't even know where I got this idea, but I maybe it popped up on one of those things you might like. You know, they're always telling you what you might like. And I thought I might like this. It's a crochet and hooking journal. This is perfect for me. So inside it says, this journal belongs to, and we'll, you know, write down my name, Crafting Journey. And then I can list the projects here. And then what you can do is you can put the name of the project, the page number that it's on in the journal, and the start and end date. But so each, and that goes on for several pages. Now here is the journal itself. It's just this page over and over. It got project forms. So up at the top, you can say what number project it is. I don't know that I will do that, but I can put the name of the project, like the wave blanket that I'm going to do. I can put that up there, my start date, finish date. Where did I get the pattern? This is always great because you guys ask me a lot and I don't always remember. So the pattern source, what kind of yarn did you use? And then you can rate the yarn, the color and dye lot, the yardage, the fiber content, the cost, and where did you get it, the gauge, and the hook. Like, hook is for the size hook, like are you using a J hook or K or 5.0 or whatever. But I may use this for loom knitting as well, because I think it's important to keep track of the yarn and the projects. Then there's a little place for a picture here as well. So that's, and then down at the bottom it says size completed, finished dimensions, care instructions. That's pretty cool. did you make any modifications, and then any notes. And then even at the bottom, if you want, you can put a sample of the yarn. Now this book is going to get pretty thick if I start putting yarn samples in here, but it's official. I'm a crocheter. I love it. So last night I finished another hooded scarf. Doo, 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 doo. This one is the one I'm giving to Nareda. So not even going to put it on because I'll get my hair all in it. But this is, look how beautiful. It's that cream color. This was a stitch that was a little bit more difficult, a popcorn stitch. And I'm just going to say, Nareda, don't look too closely because I did make a couple of mistakes. But it is what it is. I wasn't going to go back. Sometimes I did go back and correct the mistake, but if I was already pretty far into the project, I did not. Like here, I don't know what happened with the popcorn stitch, but you know, just don't look very closely, Nareda. Okay, so another one in the books. Feels so good. And this yarn that I used was actually given to me by Nareda. So she's getting her yarn back in a different form. So then I was working on the scarf that's matching the new hat that I made. So I haven't shown you guys the hat because I want to finish the scarf. But I have enough yarn to make it into a hooded scarf. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I know, I'm very indecisive. I want to start my new blanket. I'm very ambitious, aren't I? You're like, Rebecca, calm down. Calm down. Today is National Love Your Pet Day. So I thought the article that went along with this story was very interesting. It said that in the United States, now I don't know about other countries, I really don't know, but there are more cats than dogs in the United States. But in households, there are more people have dogs than cats. So what does that mean? That means that in the households where there are cats, there's probably multiple cats in that household. I know at one time my sister had, 4, 5, 6 cats. So you're going to be the old cat lady. I still call her the cat lady. She loves her cats. But she has cats and dogs. They get along. The last cat I had for a good long while, and I had a dog at the same time. They did not interact too much. I know some dogs and cats do, but the ones that I had did not. So I know last night in Mickey's Live, there was a lot of talk about cats. Everybody has a cat. I felt kind of left out. I don't have a cat. My favorite, they were talking about all kinds of cats. So my favorite kind of cat is the ragdoll cat. I had one time, a ragdoll cat. I ended up giving it to my sister for some reason. I don't know why I had to give it away, but their personalities are quite different than most cats, and they're you pick them up and they just kind of melt into you. Like Jake, I call him a ragdoll dog. You pick him up and he just kind of melts into you. So show your pets some love today. I did. You know what I did? I went on. I went on Chewy.com. Because I get the auto shipment, and I'm really ahead of the game with dry dog food. So I wanted to take the dry dog food off the auto ship for this time. But what I did was I added some products to clean out their ears. Yeah, they're going to be thrilled about that. They're going to think I don't love them, but I actually do. So today I'm going to give Jake a bath. Oh, he's going to be so thrilled about that. He's back there. I don't even have the fireplace on today. but it is still cold outside. It's warming up though. It's probably going to be in the 40s and 50s today or this weekend. Let's take a look at the temperature. 17 degrees outside, and the high today, sunny, 40 degrees. So this snow should probably melt, I think. Is that sad when 40 degrees feels like, you should be in Hawaii? But I don't know. And, people have all kinds of pets, iguanas. And my son, he's got 2 dogs, but he loves his fish. I don't get the appeal. He's got 2 or 3 fish tanks. It doesn't hold any great appeal for me, fish. I don't, most pets, the benefit of having a pet is that they lower your stress. If you love on them, they're going to love on you, and it lowers your blood pressure. It makes you feel better. And they have this intuitiveness about them. They know when you're sad, at least mine do. They know when I'm sad. They know when I'm angry. They get out of my way. And that's not very often, but so I don't know that you would get that same feeling from a fish. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe just watching them? I don't know. It could be like meditation, watching the fish. And meditation's good. You're like, what are you talking about, Rebecca? I don't know. I'm just diamond painting. Oh, I'm allowed to be silly. Let's do, I'll pull up this date in history, but last night, I'm looking for Lewis. He's not there. He hasn't come home from his little outing in the snow. He's probably, I don't know where he is. Anyway, I haven't seen squirrels in a while. They're hunkered down. Look. Mornings aren't magical. And then there's Tinkerbell on the other side. Look at her. She's like, whatever. So last night there was a new series that started on Netflix, and it's called Tell Me Your Secrets. And I watched one episode and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to watch anymore. I wasn't that excited about it. I just didn't get... I mean, I don't know. I can't even tell you what genre it is. Maybe true crime, I'm not sure. There's the main character played by Amy Brenneman. Her daughter went missing, and she started this foundation and she's looking for her daughter, and she suspects it was this one guy who's in jail, who was tried for murdering all these young women, and his accomplice. The accomplice, she gets put in the witness protection program, and she's out in the forest, living in this cabin, and I don't know, I didn't get it. I went back to the originals. I'm like, nope, going back to the wolves and the vampires. Yeah, I'm sorry. You can't. I don't. You don't have to like everything. And I don't know. I don't think I cared for that one, but I gave it a shot. That one just started yesterday, the 19th. So give it a watch. Let me know what you guys think. Oh goodness. So yesterday I took a nap. Because I got up so daggum early. And at the end of the nap, I woke up, and I don't know if it woke me up or I woke up. Anyway, but I could feel this cramp coming on. And you know immediately that you've got to get out of bed and walk it off, right? So now I'm tangled up in the sheets and the blankets. I can't get out of the bed. And it's working its way up my leg, all the way into my hip. Like, the entire leg is just one giant cramp, and I'm screaming. So I finally get untangled from the sheets, and I try to get out of the bed, and I knock over the bedside table. The lamp breaks. I have a glass lamp. The lamp breaks. Now I'm standing there amongst all this glass, screaming because this cramp won't go away. There's stuff everywhere. And so Tootsie, man, she hightailed it out of the bedroom. She's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm out of here. She's scared of her own shadow, you know. So, what a way to wake up, right? So maybe I've got some bananas here today. You know, sometimes they say it's maybe your potassium's low. I don't know. So I'm going to eat some bananas, see if I get my potassium back up. Yeah. So this day in history, Kramer on the show Seinfeld, and he decides on February 20th, 1997, during this episode, he decides he is going to adopt a highway. Now, he's treating it like it's his baby. He gets this 1 mile stretch of highway. And the Adopt a Highway program goes back to 1984, when this engineer with the Department of Transportation noticed litter blowing off the back of somebody's truck. And he was concerned about the growing costs of the government maintaining the highways. So what they did was they would basically, people could purchase sections of the highway and just donate money towards the maintenance of that section of the highway, or they could maintain them themselves. So at one point, the Ku Klux Klan, because you would get a sign that said, you know, this highway has been adopted by blah, blah, blah. Well, the Ku Klux Klan wanted to adopt a highway, and I don't know, whatever government it was, they said, no, no. They appealed. They went to court, and the court said you cannot deny them, you know, an application to get into this program. So the Ku Klux Klan adopted part of the highway. So you can, you know, pretty much anybody can adopt a portion of a highway, and either maintain it yourself or you know, put your money into this program. They put up a sign, and it just goes. It's money towards maintaining the highways. So in this episode of Seinfeld, he adopts this highway, and he decides that he's going to make this 4-lane, his portion of the highway, from 4 lanes to 2. It's going to be the luxury stretch of the highway. He said it's like first class on an airplane. So it goes from 4 lanes down to 2 for 1 mile. So he wakes up one morning and he hears the traffic report that traffic's backed up because of this 1 mile stretch of highway that goes from 4 lanes down to 2. So he realizes he's made a huge mistake. So he goes out to repaint the highway, because he painted it himself, the lanes. And so now he goes out to, he takes this big barrel of paint thinner to go out and get rid of the lines that he made to make a 2-lane highway. He spills the paint thinner, and then it was just so funny. That show is ridiculous. I actually watched the episode because I wanted to see what happened, and it's just such a silly episode, really. I mean, all those shows were silly. But didn't we watch them, every one of them? So funny. If you want to see that episode, it's called The Pothole. In the same episode, George, he loses his keys when he jumps over a pothole And when he goes back to find the keys, he retraces his steps. He goes back. He realizes, oh my God, they must have fell out of my pocket when I jumped over this pothole. He goes back. The pothole's been filled. So he's going to unfill this pothole. Oh my God. And then Elaine is trying to order Chinese, but they won't deliver to her side of the street. So she keeps going to the opposite. She keeps crossing the street to this other apartment building and ordering Chinese food. Yeah, it's funny. It's you gotta laugh. Like 4 different storylines in 30 minutes. Like, and the storyline with Jerry was he dropped his girlfriend's toothbrush in the toilet. Oh my God. And then, of course, you know, the antics went on from there. So that is that. There's some other stuff that happened this day in history, though, that I thought I'd pull up. You know, the T-Bird was rolled off the line this day in history. Look at that car. It's gorgeous. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Who doesn't want a T-Bird? Yeah. Let me see what year that was. 1954. Ford unveiled their new sports car, the Thunderbird, at the Detroit Auto Show. That 1955 model sold 16,155 units compared to the Corvette that year that only sold 700. So people were liking this T-Bird. I love it. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I've had Mustangs, but I've never had a Thunderbird. Oh my gosh, so pretty, those cars. And people, you know, they restore them and they still have them. And that color, look at that color. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So also this day in history in 1524, February 20th, 1554, this German mathematician and astronomer, Johann Stoffler, predicted there would be a worldwide flood. He said it's going to happen on this date because we're going to be under the Pisces, which is the sign of water. All the planets are aligned in a certain way, and we're all going to drown, you know. So this guy, Count von Ingelheim, he builds a 3-story ark waiting for this flood. So the day, February 20th, comes around, 1524, it starts to rain. And now people are panicking. They're like, oh my God, he was right. They are rioting to get on this ark. Many, many people were killed. And the Count was stoned to death. Oh my God. And needless to say, there was no flood. It was just a little rain. But we do strange things, don't we? You know, and I think that story is kind of interesting because, you know, we've had such weird, you know, so many weird things going on. We've got the pandemic, this snowstorm that went all the way as far as Texas and just wreaked havoc in Texas. Yesterday, there was an earthquake that hit the northern border of Oklahoma and southern border of Kansas. Now, I did not feel it. I was actually filming yesterday's show. Did not feel it. So I asked my coworkers, did you guys feel this earthquake? And 3 of them did. One said she was putting her baby down and she felt the earthquake. The other one said she was getting her little boy dressed and the bunk bed started shaking. She thought it was the dog doing it. She went to look for the dog, no dog. But I didn't feel it. So, but just a bunch of weird stuff going on. Like, what is, you know, what, can we just have like a year of normalcy, whatever that looks like? But you know, no storms, no floods, no pandemic. I'm over it. Aren't you? Aren't we all? Yes, we are, Rebecca. But we have our diamond painting, don't we? Do 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 do. We've got diamond painting, diamond painting. Well, guys, that's the Saturday show. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Do not forget, tomorrow, 11 Central Time, morning show with Crafting Journey will be live with Wambui Made It. Now, she's not going to be on the entire show. She's going to be on for 15 or 20 minutes. And but bring your questions, your loom knitting questions. She has a loom knitting channel called Wambui Made It. And that's how I learned to loom knit. And great resource to have. Lovely, lovely person. So bring your questions tomorrow at 11 Central and let's talk to Wambui. So, you know, I hope you guys are caught up on your temperature blankets. This Wednesday in Craft With Me Wednesday is Temperature Blanket Wednesday. It's the end of the month. I'd like to show off all of our progress. Please post your progress this week in the Crafting Journey Facebook group so that on Wednesday we can show it off, Marissa and I. Oh, God love her. I hope she's got internet and everything's sorted out down there. Yeah, my thoughts are with her because, wow, what those people have gone through. Now they have no water. The shelves are empty of food and water, and it's just been crazy in Texas. And, you know I talked to her before the storm was headed that way, and she had actually gone to Family Dollar, stocked up on stuff to make sandwiches where, in anticipation of having no heat or energy. Very smart woman. Very smart woman. So I'm sure she's all right. Plus, she's got lots of family in Texas, and I hope that they are all okay as well. And all my Texas peeps. Oh my God, I've got 1 billion down there. So I hope everybody is safe. And anyway, so have a great weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow morning in the live with Wambui. Her name is Wambui Bahati. So we will be in the live with her. And if you're cleaning house today, watch some YouTube. Great shows out there. I sat through Jennifer Roberts' show last night. So funny. So funny. She tells a story about work. I was laughing hysterically. So have a great weekend. And craft on. I'm going to start my journal because the first entry is going to be, I'm going to put in the temperature blankets because I know when I started them. And I'm going to put in the new Afghan that I'm going to start. The blue and white one. If you didn't see that, that's in my yarn video, which is right there. There's a link to the yarn unboxing where I talk about my new project and show off the yarn that I'm going to use for it. Yay! And don't forget to sign up for the giveaway. There's a giveaway on Wednesday. I'm giving away yarn for February. So don't forget, you want to get in on that. Bye, everybody. Stay safe. Stay warm and craft on. Love you all.